You can jump over to upward-facing terrain cards. Yes, I know, with the right stick. Yeah, I've been using this already. Try jumping to the grotto. Sure. Sure.
You re-enter the grotto and announce your return. On a normal day, Laty would already have zipped over to greet you. But today, nothing.
What changed? Speak with Laty in the secret grotto. Sure.
You walk over to Laty and discover that she is sound asleep.
Eyes closed. Nice. Although they could have used a different card than with eyes closed. Maybe that she's lying down or something, but still nice.
Life in the grotto is not one of creature comforts. Rather, a fair few inconveniences. You've tried several times to bring Laty to the village, but she was adamantly opposed on every occasion. You sometimes catch glimpses of her face while she sleeps. Always it is contorted in anguish, as though she is in the throes of a terrible nightmare.
Okay.
You notice a bulky book lying open next to Laty.
Laty's picture book. A book that Laty always carries close. And there is a lock on it, but then again, can't you just slide the book out of the rope? I wanna guess.
Filled with carefully drawn words and images. It seems to be some kind of picture book that Laty made herself. You know, I confess, I am a bit curious.
Perhaps you might like to take a little peek. Take a peek? Refrain. I want to take a peek. Sure.
Unable to overcome your curiosity, you decide to take a look at the picture book. Beside evocative images of deep forests and towering mountain ranges, Laty has written a story patterned after the Maiden's myth. The picture book story is set in a small village replete with nature. The village enjoys the promise of peace and tranquility, thanks to the young woman born to be the Maiden. The Maiden goes before the altar to perform a ritual, which invokes the power of a great spirit to protect the village. You look over the artwork, a spitting recreation of the altar you saw in the spire, and think back on the mysterious voice. The voice claimed it was a spirit, and you're certain it spoke Laty's name. You are so caught up in the thoughts racing through your head that you fail to notice Laty had awakened. Laty seems embarrassed that you've seen her book. Tears prick the corners of her eyes.
No.
If Laty were indeed the Maiden, it would be no exaggeration to call her the very light of hope, a protective force that could save the island from its encroaching ruin.
Ah, maybe that's why the Forsaken Maiden. Okay.
With faint expectation tightening your chest, you consider taking her to the altar in the spire.
Speak with the Laty again. Sure. Could have just continued.
You've given Laty some of the fruit you brought back. She dreamily stuffs some of it into her mouth. Maybe she likes it. You hope so. Your stomach rumbles as you watch her, and together, the two of you enjoy a light meal.
Laty has joined the party. Nice. Lead Laty to the Spirit Spire in just a bit, because we're gonna take a look at her. She's the healer. Magic Strike and heal. Okay. She's using the Omega Staff. Permanent, you can't even switch it. Okay. Laty's beloved, if unassuming staff. And Traveler's Apparel. Clothes favored by adventurers plenty. Why can't... Oh, maybe we can't... But if it says permanent, is it really permanent till the end? So maybe the staff will be upgraded at some point, or maybe she will lose it, or it will break, that you can then choose a new one? So many questions. Right, now let's take a look at these characters. Young Navigator. A navigator from Omega Village. Unlike everyone else from the village, he cannot accept the island's impending end. Perhaps because of that, he is not given to smiling or laughter. Huh? But he's smiling in this picture. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Knees. Wait, this isn't a staff. I thought it's a staff. It's a halberd, right? Right, and then there's the sword. Rapier, whatever. Laty. A young woman from the shores of Omega Isle, protected by a young navigator. She has lost her voice for reasons unknown. Yeah. Again, the shoes. That should be so uncomfortable. And yes, that's the staff, definitely. Okay. Again, on the staff, there's a symbol too. So I don't know what the symbol is all about. The mayor, Greeth. This wise man is the mayor of Omega Village. He always has an open ear for the concerns of his people, but he never lets his guard down around anyone. Sure, he looks actually quite cool. Yeah. Right, then let's leave and go back to the shrine. While exploring the world and diving deep into dungeons, you will encounter enemies with which you must do battle. Your adventure will be over if everyone in your battle party is KO'd. Should your journey meet an unfortunate end, you can continue from your last save point. Yes. Yes, and then that's autosave as well. Sure. Right. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. Let's go in here. Oops. There we go.
You take Laty with you and return to the spire. As you approach the entrance of the spire, the staff that Laty clutches close begins to emit a faint light.
Uh-huh.
Seeing the mysterious light, you are convinced Laty has a deep connection to the spire. Her expression uneasy. Laty takes hold of your sleeve with a tentative touch.
Guide Laty to the Spirit Spire's altar. Sure. Quite certain we can just jump there. Yeah, there's nothing else around. Let's go to the second floor. One more look. No, there's nothing.
You stand before the altar once more, bathed in an air of mysticism. The light emitting from Laty's staff intensifies, as if indicating its destination.
Excellent. The Maiden. Okay.
In response to the enigmatic voice, Laty's staff exudes a dazzling light.
This is pretty bright. Yeah. Ah, there he is again.
A spirit appears right before your eyes.
Oh, that's a spirit.
Well, maybe it's a spirit? It's some kind of strange stuffed animal.
Yeah, it looks like a stuffed like a toy, yeah. With a crown. I am the spirit, calf. What?
The stuffed toy seems to be affecting a voice of considerable gravitas and choking itself in the process. This creature is called Lac. Though you cannot be certain it speaks the truth, it claims to be a spirit.
So funny, I like words. Lac is lacking a ladder. Because not only lack, but CK, right? Funny.
You approach, hoping to ask about the Maiden. But with blinding speed, Lac zooms behind Laty, putting her between you as a shield.
Alright, if I would have known that they are called Lac and Laty, then I should have given the main character a name with L, because in the first game I gave my main character the same name, Michael, right? And then there was Mar and Melanie, so all three of them start with M. So, funny. But then again, I couldn't know. Oh, there it is, on her shoulder. Very, very cool.
You're the one from before, Lac says, quaking.
It's just funny that, well, it's actually interesting to see that the cards do change more than in the first game. First we have seen her with open eyes, then with closed eyes, now with Lac on her shoulder. That's quite cool.
It would appear that you're mistaking the creature for a monster, and doggedly chasing after it has made it rather afraid of you.
Obviously. Do you have anything you could use to make what? Give him some fruit, sure. To make amends. Ah, yeah. Right.
You hold out an offer of reconciliation, and Lac takes it and immediately starts munching away. Between bites, it says, "You've got some good taste there." You're not really sure if the make good worked out, but in any event, Lac looks willing to listen to you now. You ask about the maiden once more, and Lac begins to talk a lot. It seems to enjoy doing so. Just as the maiden's myth handed down amongst the denizens of the island suggests, it explains, Laty was indeed born to be the maiden here. However, she was unable to take up her role. This has caused no small amount of distress over the island's inevitable destiny to sink beneath the raging waves. Lac concludes with a proposal. How's about you go and meet with the other maidens and fetch the maiden's relics?
There are more maidens? Okay.
As you had hoped, Laty appears to be the key to the island's salvation.
Ask what Lac means in greater detail. Meet the other maidens, get the maiden's relics. If Laty becomes... Yeah, let's start from the left, actually.
This island is not the only one home to a spirit. There are islands throughout this archipelago, and upon each dwells one of the 4 maidens who govern their own spirit. The self-proclaimed spirit explains that if you bring the maiden's relics that each of these maidens possess back to this spire, Laty will be able to become a maiden herself.
But don't the other maidens need those relics? That their little islands are safe? That's what I guess, at least.
Laty shows the staff in her hand, wearing an expression that seems to say, "This is a maiden's relic."
Oh, that's why it's permanent. Okay. Right, next question.
You ask, should we kill the maidens and steal the relics? Laty shakes her head rapidly, as if to insist that you definitely should not do that. As Lac explains, each maiden has an attendant, an escort, and protector. This would make it difficult to take the relics by brute force.
Yeah, would have been quite harsh just to kill him, right? So...
If Laty becomes a maiden and performs the maiden's ritual at the altar, the island can be saved. The world-changing immensity of what you have just learned echoes in your mind. It takes you a little while to fully digest it, but it does just so happen you've been readying a seaworthy vessel for your own purposes. You accept Lac's proposal to help Laty become a maiden.
Ha! Lac has joined your party. Leave the tower?
So, you want me to poof you back to the entrance?
To be honest, gonna leave on foot.
You decide to continue investigating the Spirit Spire a little while longer.
Yeah, just because I want to see if there's anything else around. And then we have to return to Omega Village. First and foremost, we're gonna step onto the altar once more.
Touching it seems to have no effect whatsoever.
Ah, too bad. Right, then let's take a look at Lac. He just has one ability, Poke, and he's gonna deal damage. I thought this is a staff, no, I thought this is a wand, but if it's just poking, then it's like, a needle? Let's take a look at his equipment. You can't actually equip him with anything. Okay. This is so different to the first game. Definitely. Lac. A creature resembling a charming stuffed animal. Calls itself a spirit, but whether its appearance is its true form or something wearing some kind of headgear, no one knows. Right, this could be something different inside. And then as soon as he emerges, we can give him some gear, some armor and stuff. That might be it. Okay. Why gold and why non-gold? Is there a meaning behind that? I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. So let's go back to Omega Village.
Accompanied by your new allies, you make to enter the village. But Laty seems to find something about this idea disagreeable and clings to a tree nearby, refusing to budge.
Okay.
Oh, I got this one, says Lac, evidently with some kind of plan in mind. The fluffy creature begins to chant a sort of mysterious spell.
Wuna waka, wuna waka. What the hell?
Laty's face is transformed into that of an odd old man's.
That's disgusting.
Laty touches her transformed visage and then gives a thumbs up, perhaps as if to say, "Good job."
Okay, so she doesn't want the villagers to know that it's her for some reason. Maybe because she's supposed to be the maiden and she wasn't able to, and that's why the others hate her or something, maybe.
You are a god. But Laty looks sideways at you as she walks into the village, her identity now safely hidden.
Visit your abode in Omega Village. Right, we're not gonna buy anything, we don't have much money anyways. Then let's just move on and go to our house.
This is your home. A desk pushed up near the wall is adorned with an unfurled map and a scattering of books. The navigation map is of your own design and depicts the various islands in this region of the sea. It contains information on the maidens of those nearby islands, culled meticulously from books and the tales of passing travelers. Before all of this, you had found yourself unable to merely sit and watch the village's decline, and so planned a voyage to seek aid from the maidens of the other islands. After popping into the back room, you emerge with a carefully polished ship's wheel and present it to your companions.
A part of a ship, lovingly polished to a near mirror sheen. Okay.
It is the final piece of the ship you restored at the Grotto. With it, you will finally be able to set sail on the voyage you have dreamed of for so long. You have made ready for the voyage, but before you set sail, you decide to stop in at the mayor's to say your farewells.
Sure. Then let's do that.
Greeth's eyes fall over the unfamiliar face behind you. And who do we have here?
Well, who do we have here? Traveler? I don't know. My girlfriend? Let's go for Traveler.
You respond, a traveler, weary from a long journey. Greeth looks upon her with sympathy. Changing the subject, you explain to the mayor that you'll be leaving the village for a little while on a voyage to save the island. You felt sure that the mayor, with his love of the village, would see you off with a smile. And yet the moment you explain that you found a maiden who can save the island, his attitude changes like the fickle sea winds, and he voices opposition to your journey.
Does he want the island to vanish?
This island is destined to meet its end, he says. You can practically sense him digging his feet in. You cannot fathom why he, the mayor of the village, would believe something like that. Though each of you hold the island in your hearts, you cannot reconcile the difference of opinion. Like lovers going their separate ways after an acrimonious spat, it looks as though you will be setting out on bad terms.
Ah, too bad.
You believe that your desire to save the island will prove to be the right perspective.
Make your way to the secret grotto west of Omega Village. Sure. Yeah, like I said, we're not gonna buy anything. We don't have enough money anyways, and wait. Still gonna take a look. I could give her the iron armor, but then she would be way slower. Or the simple breastplate. Nah, let's just move on. That's fine. Head to your ship, of course. Let's do that. Nothing else around anyways.
Your ship. Your trusted companion. Once a mere wrecked husk that you labored to bring back to life with months of sweat and toil.
And it really looks like a whale, right?
You climb up to the stern, and with every bit of care you can muster, you attach the wheel. The final stroke upon the canvas. At last,
Cool.
your ship is finished.
Looks really nice. Yeah. Pretty banged up, but still quite cool.
The vessel's design is patterned after a great whale. There are a number of mismatched parts, but that particular quirk only makes you love it all the more. As you look over your handiwork, you realize that your companion on this upcoming journey will need a name. What would a fitting name be, you ponder?
Can I please choose one? Your companions appear to be looking at you expectantly. Think of one yourself, ask for Laty's opinion, ask for Lac's opinion. No, I'm gonna think of one myself, and hopefully I can give it a name that I can choose.
Love and Friendship Island Savior pops into your head as a potential name. You decide to use your mental eraser to excise that particular idea. Despite your confidence that you could do most things with at least some degree of skill, it looks like you lack a knack for nomenclature.
Really? Your companions appear to be looking at you expectantly. Oh, come on! I wanted to name it Theo, like my car. God dang it. Let's ask Laty then.
Laty tears a page from her book and then scribbles a name down on it. In her small handwriting is written, The Bon Vent.
Okay, what does vent mean? Let me just look this up quickly. It's French, of course. It means good wind, so to say. Okay. But can also mean something like good luck. Aha. Okay, interesting. Not too bad.
According to Lac, the words are a kind of prayer in the language of the spirits for safe passage when bidding one farewell on a long journey.
Okay, so the language of the spirits is French?
A farewell said before long journeys. The words could make a fitting appellation for your ship. You're unsure of just how much you ought to trust Lac, or his skill with words. But nonetheless, decide to go with Laty's suggestion.
Sure.
Together, you load up the Bon Vent with the necessary provisions. Preparations for your departure are now finished.
Now then, shall you set sail on your journey for the Maidens? Sure, yeah. Weigh anchor.
You throw your hands upon the ship's wheel and shout, "Weigh anchor!" with gusto. Your voyage has begun.
I hope we can come back and get weapons and stuff if we want to, because, like I said, grinding here is just not necessary and, yeah, counterproductive because it just would take way too long. Ah, yeah. First movie. Spirits dwell upon an archipelago surrounded by sparkling seas. It is on these islands that maidens guarded by their attendants perform a vital ritual. The spirits have helped them keep the islands safe since time immemorial. Yet one of these isles lacks a maiden and can do nothing but await its ruination. A young seafarer searching for a way to save his home meets a mysterious maiden who has lost both her powers and her voice. A self-proclaimed spirit tasks them with gathering the maiden's relics. And so they set sail to see the isles and hear their tales. The Tale of Departure. Thing. Yeah, that was it. That was the Tale of Departure. Finished with the prologue, we will move on.
Though your ship had long since forgotten the taste of seawater, it nonetheless cuts through the waves like a fillet knife through fresh fish. It is your first sea voyage. Laty's eyes glitter as she looks out at the horizon, stretching ever onward over the endless blue expanse. She opens up your homemade navigation map, checking the locations of the islands where the other maidens live. On the island to the south of here lives a beauteous maiden garbed in azure robes, as though the sky itself is wrapped around her. After closing up the map, you grasp the wheel like a familiar old friend and tell the ship where you'd like to go. You now have free rein to sail across the sea as you see fit.
This is something new as well. In the first game, we had a ship too, where we had to go from one place to an island, from one island to the next. But you couldn't steer it whatsoever.
New tales await you when you put into port on an island where a maiden dwells.
Obviously. Venture south of Omega Isle and search for the island's entrance. Ah yeah. Now that your ship is complete, you can sail the seas. Your piece will automatically change on land or sea. Ah! So if we wait, I want to test this. Your party makes land. Ooh! This is cool. I like that. Right. I want to see how big is the map. Probably quite... This is quite big. Is it really just one big map, so to say, or will there be different areas as well? But then again, I think they're just... Oh, this is really big. This is really huge. Okay. Yeah, I think there will be different islands. And to be honest, I'm gonna ship around, drive around, and just uncover the map as much as I can. Maybe we will come across some invisible walls or something. But yeah, let's just do that before we actually set foot onto the next island. All right then. Let's just see. Maybe we will find even some... what's the word? Some events. We haven't seen any event yet, right? To the sea at last. Yeah. Ah, this is cool. Ooh, enemies on the sea. Let's see how tough they will be. 14 and 11. Attack +2, okay. Heals by 10. I could heal her, but no. Let's just attack this one. Because this one will attack next. 7, sure. And this might be it. Yeah, 8. Nice. So no attack from this little fella over there. They are definitely new enemies. I'm gonna take a look at those in just a bit. Or let's take a look at try attack. 8. This is actually not great, because I would have hit it with 8 anyways, and I think using the air thruster would have been more helpful. Yeah, I know, we can use this, I know. We don't need to use items, we're gonna use your heal on her. That's fine. Ooh, a critical heal.
Fortune favors the bold.
Beautiful. And another crit. Cool. Laty has learned Thunderbolt, deal attack +4, bolt damage. Cool. This might be helpful on the water. And Lac learned Surprise. Inflict attack down if roll is 4 or greater. Not too bad. I like that. So, the little one which looks similar to the white one but is purple. Let's take a look at this one. Sea Slug. Dubbed the Jewels of the Sea by their admirers, it has been confirmed that there are several subspecies of these multicolored creatures. Ah yeah, so then there will be a third one as well, most likely. And then this bee-looking thing. Wasp. It's a wasp, okay. These little ones are honed sugar hunting machines who will fly straight past spicier fare to alight on a bonbon and lick it down to nothing. Okay, funny. Oh, this looks cool. Intermission. Okay, this chapter's called Intermission. Yeah, nice picture.
Whirlpools are a common occurrence in this area of the sea. It doesn't seem like your ship is capable of crossing them.
Aha. I wanna see. I wanna see. Yeah, it's just...
yeah, you can't cross whirlpool cards.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I'm just going straight, but this is southwest, because we have to go south anyways, and then they're gonna go clockwise. So let's just go down here. Ah, there's like a boundary. Oh, cool. Although we can ship more south. Okay.
Don't hold back.
Another new one. Let's use Thunderbolt right away. Nearly dead. One hit. Cool. And we're gonna take a look at Surprise. I just wanna see if it works. God dang it. Okay, have to... This is funny. Okay, that's not too bad. That's fine. Well then, I'm gonna take a look at this one in just a bit as well. A killer frog. Hold your breath if you hear their croaks, for the poison they carry is powerful enough to fell one at that distance. Why? It even makes the poor creatures ill themselves. So if it uses poison on me, it will be poisoned itself. Okay, funny. Another new one. Okay. Let's just try and kill this one quickly. Looks like a furball with a mask, actually. Hypebeast at 3 to target's defense for 3 turns. Ah, yeah. Okay. Ah, just a 1. Dang it. Okay, this is not weak to that. Let's try Thunderbolt. Of course. Yeah, weak. And crit. Easy win. What is that? Defeated all enemies without taking any damage. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's a furball with a mask. I thought so. A water ball. Okay. Tales abound of a traveling masked performer who used trained monsters in his act. It proved wildly popular and brought mirth to many. Haha, funny. So, all the way down here. Nice. Let's go that way. Event, and that's actually deeper seas.
You approach the remains of a ship floating in the waves and carefully steer your own vessel so as not to collide with the wreckage.
Can we search it?
As you do, Laty pulls something up out of the water. It's completely soaked, but appears to be some kind of voyage log.
Oh, maybe for a hidden treasure.
Most of the ink is smeared by seawater, but one page is still legible.
Month X, Day Y. We came across a shipwreck. There were no survivors. What should have been the treasure hold was no more than a den of monsters. Due to the number of injured...
On that same page, you see a map detailing where the shipwreck can be found.
A ship, treasure, and monsters is drawn in a location surrounded by cliffs in the Western Sea. Wait.
Deciding that shipwrecked treasure may be worth finding, you slip the voyage log into your bag.
Yeah. We're gonna take a look at that. Hopefully soon. We're gonna find this hopefully soon because it says here... something. I wanna say somewhere around here probably. Let's just try and find it.
Ahoy, matey. It's like you can feel the sea breeze. Ha-ha. A fisherman aboard his boat is calling for help to go crab fishing. It's quite well known that fishing for crabs is a risky venture, but
okay.
You'll be paid handsomely if we land our haul, the fisherman coaxes.
Sure, let's try this. Yep.
As soon as you agree to help, the fisherman instructs you. Pull up one of those nets, will you?
Random thing. Which net will you pull? Net on the left or on the right? You see numerous tiny crabs among a tangle of seaweed. Let's go for the crabs.
You see numerous tiny crabs scrambling over the net, but all you pull up are a handful of fish.
Ah, dang it. Okay, next time I have to go right.
Today's a wash, the fisherman sighs, and pays you for your trouble.
At least we got 200. Nice. Thanks. Yeah, then again, like I said, the treasure has to be somewhere around here probably, right? Oh, there's a crab. And another one of those. Okay. Let's go for... Wait. Yeah, let's go for this one. Because there's more defense. What? Just a one? Really? Then we should kill this one first. Oh, I might have to use tri-attack on that one on the right to deal even more damage. Yeah, that's actually the best idea. 11. Yeah, that's how you kill it. Because then defense is irrelevant. Ooh, that was quite some damage. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Cards with elemental resistance down take +5 damage from attacks of specified element. That's 5 is a lot. Yeah. Last number of turns, we know this, or you can even use one of your pots or something. Cards cannot be afflicted with more than one ailment at a time. Instead, the new ailment will replace the old one. Yeah, exactly. Check card ailments with a triangle button. Ah, this is still the same. Let's take a look as we are seeing this here. Yeah, there it is. Takes 5 additional bolt damage. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for Thunderbolt on this one. Sure. Good damage. And then we kill it with you. Oh, come on! Yeah, but this should be dead, right? Yeah. Again, it's actually a lot of damage. Well, as we are here, let's just heal a little bit. And then kill it. Sure. It's still alive. Gotta be kidding me. A 1. Michael learned Unshakable. Gain immunity to attack and defense down. Oh, this is not a skill. This is an ability, actually. So it's something passive. Abilities are skills that confer passive effects. Yeah, just like I said. And she learned Sharpness. Add value of roll to target's attack for 3 turns. Okay. And Lac learned Groom. Cure target of any elemental resistance down status ailments. Restore 10 HP. Wow. Yeah, there's the second one, or the third one. The Sea Angel. This little creature is known as the Sea Angel because of its ethereal appearance. It's often seen staring vacantly into the distance. Okay. And there is the Shell Crab. These creatures make their homes along the shoreline, blowing tiny bubbles that glisten in the light of the setting sun, where crowds gather to witness such surreal natural beauty. Ah, there is a border, so to say, around here. And then there's more... Okay, then the... The treasure has to be in here then, right? Somewhere?
Ah, the great open sea! Huzzah! What an adventure!
Ooh, another new monster. Okay, he has the most attack with 15, which is actually quite a lot. So I think we should kill this one quickly. Although the other one was attacking all of them at the same time. Yeah, let's just kill it quickly. Just be safe. Should be dead, right? Yeah, exactly 5. Are you gonna attack all of them again? No. Okay. This is an abyss worm, the death light, a greenish hue that glitters from the deepest seabed. None who lay eyes on it survive, for 'tis in fact a fearsome beast. Well then, I'm happy I killed it first. Ah, there is the shipwreck. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that in just a bit. Ooh, another event. Oh, a treasure chest.
A large chest floats in the water before you, no more than an arm's length away.
Reach out and grab it? Sure.
You take hold of the chest and pull at the board. When you do, the lid springs open, and a glimmer catches your eye. You take a closer look at the glinting objects. Though corroded by seawater, they're undoubtedly coins.
50. Well, it's not much, but better than nothing, right? Thanks. But to be honest, before we take a look at the shipwreck, I'm gonna uncover the whole map, because we can still jump there and yeah, take a look later. Ah, Laty learned Maiden of Purity, gain immunity to curse. Oh, this is beautiful. Because if you are cursed, you can't heal the character. Otherwise, the character will take damage. This is actually this is an ability, so it a passive skill. Oh, wait, there's another shipwreck over here. Okay. Another place where we need to go then and take a look. And as you can see, I can't go further north at this point, so we're gonna go further that way. Another event. That was an enemy.
You spot something blown into the sky from a whale's spout. It looks like it might fall this way, but it's hard to make out with the sun behind it.
What will you do? Catch it in your arms, hit it with your sword, dodge it. No, you hit it with your sword because it's this blue furball with a mask.
You hurriedly draw your sword and strike the falling object. It turns out, it was a monster. The blow you struck has it disoriented. It immediately dives back into the sea and swims away, leaving behind a scattering of coins.
How many? 100. Okay, this is definitely more worth than fighting it. Cool, cool. Alright, it really looks like we can't go that much further north, and we need to have a vessel or something that will be able to cross those whirlpools. Ooh, Michael learned self-heal. Cure all status ailments except KO. Restore 8 HP. Also very good. Yeah, very useful. Right, Killer Frog's enemy story. Humans have attempted to harness this toxin for nefarious schemes since time immemorial, but it always ends the same. More die in the attempt than would have in the plot. Ah yeah. Yeah, it looks like we can't go even further east because of the same problem. Oh, my first treasure after a fight. Oh, let's take the middle. Little gold nugget sells for 100G. How nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ah, the right side would have been cool as well, because it was very expensive. But this one is also new. Not in the first game. There was no chance to get something like this. So, cool. Waterball's enemy story. After the man's death, one intrepid monster took up his mask and attempted to carry on the act. It was an abject failure, and the audiences soon dwindled. Okay. And by the way, I just found land down here, so not gonna go there any further yet. Let's just uncover the rest of the map. And this is where we could actually land then. Okay. Wasp's enemy story. The venom in their stingers rots whatever it stabs, emitting a sickly sweet smell that lures its friends. Together they lap at their prey until nary a trace remains. That seems kinda mean. Another event.
From the south, a small vessel pulls up beside yours. The fisherman aboard is trembling and pale.
Skiff.
You ask the fisherman if he's all right, and he stammers out 2 words. Ghost ship.
Where?
He claims he was fishing west of the South Isle when an eerie vessel suddenly emerged from the fog. He then hightailed it out of there without looking back.
Okay.
Though you're skeptical, Laty quietly writes down details of the man's story.
A ghost ship west of South Isle. Sounds scary, better keep a safe distance. Okay, so this is I'm quite certain this will be the South Isle. So then, if you say west, so maybe then here, but I have been in these waters before. We'll find it maybe at some point. Another event. 20 HP, I saw 20 HP. Okay, this time we're gonna catch it.
You open your arms wide to catch some sort of item.
Haha, a quality salve.
You gladly accept it as a gift from heaven.
Sure. And another shipwreck. Now there are 3. Okay. We're gonna take a look at those in just a bit. Oh, Laty learned Blizzard. Deal attack +4 water damage to all enemies. We won't need it yet because we're still in the water. But, and it costs 3 gemstones actually. But it will be pretty useful in the future, I think. But too bad, I think it will not freeze the enemy, right? And another event. Another chest. Sure. Take it.
A monster leaps out.
Okay.
Enraged that you have disturbed its slumber.
Okay. Let's just clear this quickly. Oh, there are 3 actually. Sure. Ah, 1 HP. Okay, now you did. Nice.
After vanquishing the beast, you peer inside the chest. You grin, realizing that your find may be able to aid you on your journey.
Okay. A curative. Cool. Oh, Sea Slug's enemy story. Capturing 1 or more to keep as a visually pleasing pet is not recommended. Removing them from their ocean habitat results in a dramatic and frankly hideous change in color. Oh, I would like to know what the color would be like. Wait, inspect. Can we? Dang it. Nah, I was hoping it would show me, but too bad. And with that, let me just check, but I think I have uncovered everything on this map so far. And then we should start by taking a look at the shipwrecks, starting with the one here on the west side. Yeah, I can't go further north or further east because there's still some stuff on the way. So yeah, beautiful. We have some money as well, so we would be able to buy some stuff. But we want to do this later. Maybe we can find some other things. So let's start from the left side here and take a look at this shipwreck.